your job well, you'll get the meeting. So today we'll cover several tips that will help you do this. So we'll talk about 3 things on today's workshop. First is how to reach any executive via creative outreach. Then we'll talk about how to find any email of any executive in the companies that you're interested in. Because you can write them via LinkedIn, but not everybody is on LinkedIn right now, and even today, and not everybody is like really active on LinkedIn. So sometimes you need to use email, and I'll show you how to find any email of any person working in a company that you're interested in. And also, I'm going to talk to you about what's called a multimedia outreach, because right now, in order to stand apart from all the competitors, we'll talk about, maybe we'll talk about it right now. In order to be effective as a BDR, in order to generate meetings, in order to hit your quota, in order to be effective with your job, you need to be really creative. I believe that if you're using LinkedIn, even if you're not like for a big company, you still receive some strange invitations like, hi, I'm a professional, I don't know, copywriter, I'm a professional programmer, I'm a professional designer, and so buy my thing. This thing doesn't work, because if those things worked, everybody would be a BDR and will be super successful. The things that are working right now are really like creative, because every decision maker right now, if he's like working in company that's at least somehow visible, you're getting like hundreds and maybe even thousands of emails and LinkedIn messages per day. Just imagine, hundreds of thousands messages per day, and everybody wants to sell you something. And in order to be productive as a BDR, in order to get the meetings with those busy executives, you really need to be creative, and you really need to understand what you're doing. So we won't talk about some templatized things today. We're gonna talk about the creative ways to get to know your potential client better, and to create what psychologists call the rapport. This connection between you and the person that you want to reach out to. So as you may remember from our previous webinars, workshops, there are a lot of competences that you need to have, that you need to obtain in order to be a successful business development representative. So you need to have good English, you need to know a lot of tech stuff, you need to know how to use CRM, you need to use LinkedIn, you need to use the AI tools, you need to be able to use ChatGPT to help you write better emails. You need to understand how to find the emails of the target, what's called prospects, the people that you want to reach out to. So you really need to know a lot, because otherwise, once again, everybody would be a BDR. And I won't show you these videos once more, but if you were on my previous webinars, you know that I'm like an active football player and I'm a goalkeeper, and I love this metaphor of the old school goalkeeper. Like, in Manchester United, there is like David De Gea, who is very good, who has very good reactions, and he is really good in catching the ball, but he can't do anything else. He can play with his legs and so on. And as a contrary, we have like this guy named Ederson, for example, who is a goalkeeper for Manchester City, who is like 12. Actually, he's like the one more field player. So he's so good with his legs. He also has brilliant reactions, but he's like a modern goalkeeper. He knows how to play like a field. Like a fit player, which makes him like a crucial part of Manchester City's game. And actually, that's the difference between the BDR like 10 years ago and the BDRs today. You need to know so much more, and you need to be able to do a lot of stuff. But from the other side, you'll be compensated in a really lucrative manner. So it's it's worth it. So let's start our practical part, and I want to show you this little trick that will allow you to find any business email. And by the way, it's not only for the BDR. It will be helpful for you not only if you're going to be a BDR. I can just, from top of my mind, create several scenarios where this skill will be really helpful. What I'm talking about is like there is a company and there are some people that you want to reach out to. For example, you received like a bad service from a company, I don't know, an internet provider or you name it, and you want to reach out to some of the executives and tell them about the situation, maybe have like a bonus or something like this. And I'll show you how to do it like in a second. But let me share second part of my presentation. 1 second. Okay. Okay. So here you should see my LinkedIn account. You should see my LinkedIn account right now. Please, Roman, David, could you please write me if everything is working? So here is the standard LinkedIn account of any person that you may be interested in talking to. But here you can see there is this small yellow button that you usually don't see, and this small button allows you to get at least email and sometimes even a direct phone of the person that you're interested in. So this service is called Apollo, APOLLO, and it has a free tier. And your first assignment for today will be to register in the Apollo. You can do it with your Google account or what have you, and then go to the it's called Chrome Web Store. Actually, the extension is free, but the place that you download it from is called the Web Store. Or you can go to Edge Store. Unfortunately, it doesn't work as far as I can tell in our browsers. But you should find the Apollo Find B2B Contacts info for free thing, and then you install this plugin, and you will be able to do the following. Okay. So we see there is a call, and Clary is, maybe you haven't heard about Clary, but Clary is a company with a more than $1 billion evaluation. Once again, billion, yeah. And any big company that you're interested in, you can use this. Method. So we hit the Apollo button, and you can see here there is an email and there is a phone, but it's not a direct phone of Kyle. It's like the office phone, but sometimes you can see mobile numbers here. Okay, and you can use this email and write to it in your outreach campaign. So once again, I think I forgot to mention very important thing. If you registered for the webinar, so my team is writing me, and I totally forgot. I forgot about the certificate. When you register to this meeting, you were promised that you will be able to get a certificate of participation, and that's totally correct. However, we are not going to give it to you for nothing. We do not want any payment, but in order for this to be like valuable and so on, we want you to do something. So we want you to complete several exercises, and this thing with the Apollo is one of the exercises that you need to complete. In the end of the webinar, I'll tell you directly exactly what to do and how to get the certificate. But for now, just register with the Apollo, install the Google Chrome extension, and then you'll need to find me in LinkedIn and find my email. And I'll tell you later what you need to do with this information. So here is tool number one. Apollo allows you to know email and sometimes even the phone of any person on LinkedIn. Okay, but that's not that's not all. Sometimes person is not on LinkedIn. Okay, but you still need to get to him. And in these situations, we use a service called hunter.io. Okay, once again, all the sites of the services that I mentioned today, they have what's called a free tier, so you can use them without entering a credit card, without paying any money. So there is like amount of credits that you can use totally for free. So what is Hunter.io, and why do you need to and why do you need to use it? So every big company, if you work for a big company, you know that email addresses, they are not distributed like randomly between all the employees. There is this thing called mask, and by mask I mean let's call Dell, for example. Okay, there is Dell, and you see that Dell here has this thing. First there is a first name, then there is a dot, and then there is a last name. Okay, and so even if the person that you're looking for is not on LinkedIn, which is kind of really strange for Dell, but let's pretend maybe you want to write to like Brazilian executive or executive in Argentina or Chile, and he or she is not on LinkedIn, but you know that there is a big company, and you can enter the domain name in the Hunter.io search section and understand the mask. Once again, this thing is called the mask with Megan.Patrick. So it's first name, then dot, then last name. Some companies have it all organized in different fashion. For example, there is like this first letter on the of the first name, and then there is last name. So instead of Megan.Patrick, it will be mpatrick@dell.com. Okay. Or for some companies that are like smaller companies that don't have like hundreds and thousands of employees, there is like just Megan@dell.com or Andrea@dell.com. But here you can see there is a pattern, and knowing this pattern, you can find any person working in the company. So you want like a John Smith from Dell, you enter John space Smith from Dell. Maybe there is a John Smith. Let's check. Unfortunately, there is no John Smith from Dell, but there are like more than several thousand employees that you can find via Hunter.io. So this is the first tool that actually there are two tools, but they all follow one purpose. They all help you to find the contacts of the person that you're interested in. Please write me in the comments in the chat section if you understood what I just shared, and then we can move to the next tool. Once again, when we invited you to this webinar, we named it like a test drive, and it really is. So today I want to be like 100% practical. I'm not going to tell you about the BDR profession and all the salaries and so on. I just want to share some tools with you, and I want you to get like this first I don't know, like results. Okay, maybe you need to reach out for the job that you're currently in. I'm not talking about like the course or something. Maybe you just need this person that you want to reach out to, and you don't know how. And you can use Apollo, and you can use Hunter, and find the email, and then write a message and like get a meeting or what do you want. So okay, it seems that everything is clear, and we can move to the next part. Please, David, Roman, please write to me if the picture and the sound they are all right, and we can move further. Francisco, basically these tools will be used to find leads. Not quite. This is one of the ways to find leads, but okay, let me just when we're talking about about working as a BDR for the software company, there is this thing called ICP, which is called the ideal client profile. So it's not that, like, I don't know, Clary or Asana, they are selling to everybody. They are not selling to everybody. They know there is like the set of criteria. So we're selling to the companies that have between 200 and 500 employees, that have the CRM, that have like at least 10 programmers on JavaScript that do this, this, and this, and that's called the ICP. So we have like this set of parameters, set of criteria. I don't know, let's say you are looking, I don't know, for an apartment, yeah, and there are the sites that maybe you want to buy or you want to rent. So you enter the parameters. So I want like there should be like free bedrooms, price between this and this, I want this area, and so on. So you enter the set of criteria, and this is kind of your ICP. Yeah, so the set of criteria will be used for finding the companies that fit the this ICP, that fit this criteria. And when you understand that, okay, here are the list of the companies that I'm gonna like sell to, that I'm gonna to try and make meetings with, then you use Apollo, you use Hunter, you use other services. Actually, there are dozens of them, but these ones, they're free. Okay, and you can use them even if you don't work for like big companies. They, of course, they have their own enterprise. They have their own enterprise pieces of software, and there are different interfaces and so on. But if you know how Apollo works, and if you go to your potential employer and he or she says, okay, we're using, for example, we're using Zoom Info. Zoom Info is like Apollo on steroids, but the thing with Zoom Info is that it costs around $20,000 per year per license, okay? And Apollo costs $0. And your potential employer tells you, did you use Zoom Info? You tell him, no, I didn't, but I know how to use Apollo, and they're like actually the same. Of course, Zoom Info is a bit better, but it costs like insane amount of money. And some companies, they do have this Zoom Info accounts, and you will be able, with your experience in working with Apollo, you will be able to work with the Zoom Info. So yeah, Apollo is used to find the contacts of the people that you want to reach out to, but the accounts, like, you know, the leads, yeah, the companies that you're going to sell to, they're usually assigned by your superior. Okay, so let's move to the second part, and it's it's called research. What's a research? As I've already mentioned, every executive every day gets like tens, hundreds of cold emails that are all actually the same. So it's the person who tries to tries to sell you something, and there are all this, what's called in America, it's called like a cookie cutter presentation. So it's like they're all the same. They're like, the cookies in the box, they're all the same. And right now it doesn't work, and you need to be creative, and you need to use research. What's a research? Research is the process where you know that, yeah, I want to engage with. Sorry, there is something with my screen. Okay. So research is the process when you go to your prospect's LinkedIn account and you try to find some what's called triggers, okay? Something that you can use to personalize your message to the target person. Quick example, even during this webinar, I've shared you a lot of my some of my personal stories. If you were on our previous webinars, my my story about it's not called favela in Soviet Union, but it's like very similar. So I grew up in a very poor neighborhood, and there was this place called a communal apartment where is like this big apartment. And there is like one toilet and one bathroom, and every family has a room. And like there is this family is, and the rooms are like very small. It's like 10 square meters, 15 square meters, and there is like a mother, father, and two kids living in a 15 square meter apartment. Okay, and I spent my childhood in such an apartment, so it's a personal story. You can use some content about my kids. I have two girls, and you've seen one of them on one of the previous slides. You can use some football analogies. You can use the info that I love some progressive metal bands like Dream Theater. It's all in the public space. Or you can use the info that I'm a big fan of Manchester United, although they don't have like a good goalkeeper, but I still like vow for them from, I don't know, 1992 or something. Okay, so there is really a lot of info that you can research about your target prospect on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, and then you can use this info to create a more sorry for this, is create a more creative, to craft a more creative message. Okay, so here is an example of one of the emails that I sent. I listened to a podcast by one of the CEOs of the companies that I was interested in, and here you can see like a lot of personalization that comes into one very short message. So from her LinkedIn account, I knew that she was from Netherlands. Okay, Dutch, Netherlands, it's like country in Europe, and I use a word, not a word, but a phrase in Dutch in my subject line. Then CEO who doesn't like finance. It's the direct quote from the interview that she gave. Then I reference one of her interviews that I listened to, and I use this info in order to craft a really personalized and creative outreach. And this type of personalization it's not like good to have. Like 5 years ago, it was good to have, but right now it's the only way that gets any response. Because when you're getting like 90 or 100 like this universal messages that you understand that you're sent to like everybody, you're not replying to them. You're replying only to messages that you can see from the very beginning that they were written just for you. Okay, so it's not like the I believe you receive those kind of emails and text messages a lot when there is like just this first name, like Sergio or Juan, and there is all this text that actually can be sent to everybody. It's not a personalization. Personalization, if you study the LinkedIn profile of the target person and you use the data in order to create something something interesting and something really something really creative. So let's go to the LinkedIn, to the LinkedIn section of Kyle, for example, and let's try to find something. And by the way, it will be the second part of your assignment. Part number 1 is to find my email via Apollo or Hunter or what have you. And part number 2 is to find something for personalization. Just write me an email also. So then here is what I found about you. Okay, and actually about me you can find like a lot. You can Google me, you can watch my stuff on YouTube, because BDR Academy is not my only project. You can find some of my like old photos when I weighed like 110 kilos, so when I was this big guy. Then you can find the photos that when I was fit. You can maybe like you can find really a lot about me. And this is your assignment, because there was this research when you're like on a webinar or you listen to a book or you read to a book or you're on a live seminar, you remember only maybe like 3-5% of what you've heard. But if you do something with the info that you acquired, you instantly remember like 50-60%. Okay, and action is really important. So I urge you once again to go and to download this Apollo.io, to find my email, to find some other emails that you are interested in. Write to me. Write a message, list the things that you found about me, and you can use it. I don't ask you to write me like this super professional email, because we're not covering this today. And maybe, by the way, if you like this seminar, you can write to Roman, you can write to other members of my team, and maybe we will do like one more seminar on writing engaging cold emails. It will be 100% free. So just like, my gift to you and to your energy and to your dedication to the I don't want to sound like this like a highbrow or something, but it's really, I think that's really important that during a weekend you come to a seminar and you stay and you do some exercises and you're really dedicated to changing your life. Because there are a lot of people that tell you that they want to like make more money, that you want to get a better I don't know, they want to get a better job, they want to get their kids a better education, they want a better car, they want a better house. But when you ask them to do something, okay, oh no, it's Saturday, I want to have a beer, I want to play football, I'll like grill some meat or something, I'm not going to the webinar. No. But you're different. So you are here, you're trying to do something, and I respect it very much. So that's why I'm doing that. So research. Once again, go to the LinkedIn profile and look for some cues. So we see that So we see where Kyle worked. So we see the schools that Kyle was where Kyle got his education. And US, you need to understand the university that you went into is really important. And one of my favorite tricks is using the name of and there is this thing called college football team, and every university has their like football team or baseball team. And by football, I mean not the football with Messi and Neymar. I mean football, what we call American football. And you know that in US they call football that we call football, they call it soccer. So they all have the university teams, and you can use the name of the team in your outreach. And this is really this is all really interesting. Okay, languages, English. What else? You can go through the posts, and one of the easiest things to do is to read several posts of the person if he or she is active on LinkedIn, of course. Is to write several LinkedIn posts that the person wrote and reference them in your email or in your LinkedIn message. For example, hi Kyle, a few days ago you wrote about this and this, and then you need to like somehow connect it to the product or service that you're selling. Once again, today I don't want you to write like this super creative and professional email. I just want you to find like what's called a intel, what's called a sales intel. Okay, so I want to find several facts that you will be able to use in order to in order to make your outreach more creative. Okay, so you can see here are the last 4 books I read. All the books are good for different reasons. Okay, let's. Obstacle is the way. Confession. So, by the way, I've read this. I've read this. The 3rd book I haven't read, and the 4th book I haven't read. Okay, so you can use this. For example, you've read the same book, and you may share like your thoughts. For example, Kyle, so you referenced this book in your recent post, and I also enjoyed the book very much, and like there is the quote that kept me thinking. And then you switch to the product or service that you're selling. This may seem hard, but it's like with any sport or with any physical activity. First time it's maybe hard, and then it's easier. It's like a push-ups. So for example, if you're like really overweight, 1 or 2 push-ups will be like very hard, but in a couple of months you're doing 30, you're doing 40, and you're feeling great. The same thing with copywriting. It's like a muscle. Okay, so you write more and more and more and more, and you became better at it. And actually, that's the thing that we like cover in great details on our BDR Academy course, because this ability to write creatively to the what's called like powerful people, powerful executives, it's one of the core skills that will make you like much more successful in anything that you do. Okay, so we've covered the research thing. We covered the email finding thing. So now let's move to the third tool that I wanted to share with you. And this is video for the creative outreach. The thing with the text is that with all these AI tools, with ChatGPT, it's sometimes hard to. It's very easy to write a message, and it spoiled a lot of BDRs. It spoiled a lot of sales professionals, and especially in US, you can see that like 70% of the comments in the link on the LinkedIn, especially if we're talking like some LinkedIn posts of opinion leaders, they're generated by AI. and you can see it, and it looks artificial, and it's not very pleasant to read actually. But actually it's perfect English. Yeah, they're correct, there are no mistakes, but you just can feel that it's not natural. Unfortunately, the spread of AI, it really diminished the effectiveness of a lot of written communication. Emails and LinkedIn messages, they still work, but AI and the bar for creating like a message, an email is so low, right? So you can just write to ChatGPT, please write a, I don't know, 50-word message about this that I will send to this person. And actually there will be a message, it will be in perfect English. It won't convert, and won't work because it feels artificial, but still a lot of BDRs use it. So what I urge you to do, and what I urge you to try, the thing that's called a multimedia outreach. So when instead of just writing, you record a personalized video to your target to a target contact, to a target executive, and you use this video as like this creative way of grabbing the attention. So let me share with you the tool. Once again, the tool is 100% free, and this is the tool that I use and that I urge you all to use. So it's called BDR, and I believe that you don't see my screen right away. So that. Okay, so here it is. It's called VDR, and although it has a paid tier, it has a free the ability to create a free account, and you will be able to record, I believe, up to 25 free videos in VDR. So how does it work? You create an account, and you record a video, and you can use on the web camera. You can record like screen and the webcam. For example, you want to get attention to of some of the, I don't know, of an executive of I don't know, you bought something from a e-commerce store, and you're recording the video. So, I made this order, and here is what went wrong, and here is what didn't work. And so you can create this kind of video, or you can just record this small video in VDR and then send it to the target person. And why do you use VDR? Because there is a tracking feature. Because if the person that you send it to have watched it, you'll get a notification that this person watched your video, and you can use it for your follow-ups and so on. And also using this service in your outreach dramatically increases what's called a conversion rate. Yeah, so it's the percentage of people that reply positively to your emails. And your third assignment for today will be to create a short video. And right now I'll share exactly what you need to do. create a short video in BDR and send it to our WhatsApp group. That all the links are on BDR Academy/workshop certificate. In the beginning of the workshop, I promised you that you will get the ability to you'll get the opportunity to receive the certificate of participation, and I'm holding to my word. But we're not going to give it to you, just for showing up on the webinar. You need to complete 2 tasks, and task number 1 is to write me a personalized email. Find the address via Polo. Find me on LinkedIn and write me an email. Do not write me on LinkedIn, write me an email. Just I want to make sure that you found my that you find my email. It can be a corporate email, it can be my personal email on Gmail, it doesn't matter, just find it. And then go to BDR Academy/workshop certificate and follow the instruction and record a testimonial via VDR. Just share with us if you just tell us who you are, and just tell a few words about this workshop that you participate in. Have you learned something new, and will you be using the tools that I've shared today in your job? And was it interesting? Was it fun? And yada yada yada. So there are 2 things that you need to do, and I believe there is. That's all for the webinar. That's like all the tools that I want to share. But before I answer the questions, if you have them, once again, I want to tell you about the upcoming BDR Academy BDR Academy course. As you can see, now we have installment plans, we have an income sharing agreement, and so we worked with the team in order to make all this more convenient for you from the payment plan standpoint. So you can talk to Roman about this, and I'm not going to tell you all the details about the program, because I think on the last webinar I spent like 30 minutes going through all the modules. They are all on the BDR Academy website, and you can go there and just understand week by week what we're going to cover. Once again, BDR in the current economic environment, it's not an easy profession, but it's extremely well paid, because every US company that's making like a software products, it needs quality BDRs. And I know how to take a maybe unexperienced but really motivated students, and in 6 weeks or less, 6 months or less, make him or her into a good BDR. And we have a guarantee. We have a employment guarantee. So if you don't receive the job with an American company within 90 days after completing the course, we'll get all your money back. So, and really, I don't want to to talk too much about this. I don't want to talk too much about this today, because I wanted to talk more about the tools, about the things that you can use right away. And if there are any questions, I will be more than happy to answer them. Okay, you can just write them in the chat box, and I think I can stay with you for like 10 more minutes. It's not a problem. So Business Smart Stalker. Yeah, Zero. That's exactly what it is. But once again, we're not like stalking. We're not we're not hiring a detective, to spy with a camera near the person's home. We're just using the public information. And by the way, actually, this is a very interesting question, because it really makes you thinking that there is no privacy on the internet, because you all know that, for example, if I like right now I'm talking in a webinar, and my phone is here, and I'm talking about, oh, I think about getting a new Tesla, for example, or I'm thinking about getting a new Surface, Microsoft Surface laptop. Yeah, I use Microsoft Surface. I don't use Macs. I use Microsoft notebooks, and I'll mention it. And believe me, like in a couple of hours, I'll start to see the ads for this product, and I think you experience it many times. So. There is no privacy on the internet, and it really makes you think about the words you say, okay, to somebody on Facebook, about the things you write on the Facebook, because this all can be used, and sometimes it all can be used against you. I understand that it's like a bit creepy, but it's the world that we live in. So for example, I'm like really cautious with everything what I say on the internet, because I know that you can't like delete it, because even if you delete some of your posts, there are ways to find them on Facebook. And if you edited some of your posts on Facebook, there are ways to you can do all these things. And you really need to be really cautious about the things you write on the internet. But yes, it's kind of a stalking. So you research the data that the person, you research the data. It's called the digital trail, okay? So it's like a trail that person leaves in the internet, the words he said, the posts he's written, the interviews he's given, and you use this info in order to create a personalized outreach. So yeah, by the way, Sarah, you're exactly right. Any more questions? Once again, I understand that it's like it may be hard for some of you, because maybe you expected like some more stories about my football training and like about these auditions in a rock band, but I really decided to make something different for you today, and I decided to make it as practical as possible, and I shared 3 tools with you. And once again, if you don't join the academy, you can work with these tools for your own projects, for the job you're currently in. So once again, let's talk about the certificate. In order to get it, write me a personalized email and find the address via Apollo or via any kind of research that you find appropriate. Not LinkedIn, email. And in this email, share some of the findings. You can, once again, this doesn't have to be like this fancy email, just find some facts about me. You can watch some of the webinars that I did for the BDR Academy, and they're really like a lot of personal stuff about me. You can research on internet, and you can tell, oh, Dan, I researched you, and here are like 5 things that I found. Just write me 5 things that you found about me that you can use if you were to reach me out as a target executive. And when you do this, you go to BDR Academy/workshop certificate and follow the instructions, join our WhatsApp group, and leave your testimonial for this webinar recorded in BDR. Okay, so I designed these tasks for you to really implement what we discussed today. Okay, and speaking about the BDR Academy, any questions, please write Roman. I believe that you have that you all have him in your WhatsApp. I believe you all talked to Roman. I believe you all expressed interest in the course, so you know all about the program and yada yada yada. We have this new payment plan things that we designed in order to make this more convenient to you, because we understand that it's like a hefty investment. And once again, you can you can learn the program on the BDR Academy website. And I think there are.
Then we have one question.
Okay, I see. Is it a problem if a person is slower than ours on the BDR courses space to teach? I mean, the way the person gets the knowledge. 0. The answer is it depends. So I decided to. This is a long course, so we have around, how many is it? It's 4 or 5 months. I don't remember the exact. I don't remember the exact amount of weeks, but every week you get an assignment, and every week you need to invest at least 5 hours in 5 hours in following the tasks that I share with you. So I don't understand what a slower means. So English, if you understand what I'm telling right now, your English is good enough for the course. Okay. If you can't allocate at least 1 hour per day, per working day, to work on the program, unfortunately, you are not a good fit, because I know there are a lot of courses on the internet that promise you that you'll get rich by the push of the button and you don't need to do anything, but I'm not that guy. In order to get a result, you need to work for it. And if you can't invest at least an hour per day working on the program, unfortunately, there is some bad news, and I don't think that there is a good idea to join. Other than that, once again, if you understand what I'm saying right now, if you're okay with the written English, but right now the written English is the easy part, because we have such a great amount of tools that help you to write better. So I don't see that there is a problem. But once again, I don't want to lie and tell that you will just watch my videos and the magic will happen. Yeah, just everything will be all the leads. All the leads will be generated automatically. All the potential employers will write to you automatically. No, you'll need to do the work. I'll teach you how to do it more productively. I'll teach you how to do it in a most professional manner possible, but you still need to do it, because I don't know if I answered the question, but it's the best answer that I had. Sebastian, where can I find a WhatsApp group? Once again, let me see the BDR Academy /workshop certificate. Go to BDR Academy /workshop certificate, follow the instructions, and record a testimonial via VDR. I believe that on this website. Okay, let me just, let me open the website in my own. Let's see what's there. It's an interesting thing that when you work with the team, let's find out. By the way, guys, are you sure that it's the correct address? Because I don't believe that the site opens. Please, guys, share in the chat
Roman,
the correct link.
In chat link.
Share the correct link. Okay. Roman, share the correct link. Okay, and link to the WhatsApp is in the chat. Okay, sorry for that. Seems that I answered that one. Okay, it's correct. I just joined. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, find my email Write me 5 things that you found about me that you can use in order to create a personalized outreach. Then go to our WhatsApp group and leave a testimonial that you recorded via BDR. It doesn't need to be like super fancy and and long. Just like quick 30-second, 1-minute video. Oh, I attended a dance webinar. I learned this, and this, and thank you guys, and bye bye. So it's like just something really simple. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Santiago. Thank you, Cyril. Thank Ian. Thank all of you. And once again, I want to thank you for being so proactive, because when you ask 100 people on the street if they want to make more money and get a better job and a better life for their families, 100 hands will go up. Yes, of course. But then you ask somebody to do something with it, and oh no. I need to do something. I need to play a computer game. I need to drink some beer. I need to watch football, and I definitely don't need to go in a workshop. And I thank you for making it. And I'm looking forward to working with some of you on the BDR Academy. And I think we'll do at least one workshop before the course begins, and it will be like a free one. Thank you very much for your time. Take care and have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.